everybody? I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We're all set to bring you a terrific contest here as these two divisional rivals renew acquaintances for the first time this season. There's always a little something extra at stake when these teams face off. It's the Jets going up against the Bills. So with kickoff straight ahead, we'll check in with our broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, we're on to Week 2 in the NFL season as we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, the children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's second down. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn Shady McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So on 4th down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets take possession. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now back to throw. Over the middle, open is Thomas. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. So completion on second down, that brings up 3rd. Play clock winding down. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
They go back to Stewart on first. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Looking to throw. He's got time. Still back there. And this is caught. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Back to throw here. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down. Such a solid defensive effort a week ago, and they'll be looking to carry that forward into this one.
And confidence grows. Every time you have a great performance, you think the next one's going to be even better. That's where this defense is today.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, it's a night game, a lot of energy in this building, but the visiting team here, they get the ball in the opening drive, and they find a way to at least produce 3.
And things are just getting started, so you can't say that they've taken the momentum totally, but a good start towards seizing it in this game.
And now out come the Bills. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to upstate New York after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it with McCoy. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down. So McCoy adding to his yardage total in this one. Last year, 895 yards in his first season in Buffalo. Of course, he had Charles 4,000-yard years in Philadelphia.
And you know the man they call Shady wants to throw some shade at the Eagles for ever letting him go. He wants a big year in 2016. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Kendall Wright, the intended target, and it brings up 4th down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe it's something they can build on as this game continues.
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
They'll look to throw here. Fasano here brings it in. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have highlights and analysis of this first half. I'm guessing mostly defensive highlights that we will see.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. No touchdown scored yet so far.
Yeah, none whatsoever. They'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Holding. Defense.
Got a little handsy there, defensive holding, Charles.
And defenders will get away with as much as you will allow. The 5-yard mark tells the officials where the line should be drawn.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. A dump off here to Stewart. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Now let's go. Boom, land it. Boom.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits Stewart in the flat, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Red zone opportunity. Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play.
Let's go. 3-19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 3. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
He'll look to throw. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division...
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marcus Wheaton as the first half is winding down. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Bills trail at home at halftime. The Jets have looked good on the road and will just try to keep the ball rolling in the second half. All right, let's get it going. Here's the first half highlights. Bills with the football early first. Wolf's going to take down the QB here. This will go as a loss of 10. We go now late in the first. Thomas is able to get open here, and that connection will lead to a gain of 24 yards. However, they only come away with a field goal on the drive. 3rd and goal. The connection will be made from the gun, and they cap off the drive with the score. The Jets push the lead to 10. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night matchup.
Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if this is a game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
This is Stewart, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. In on the stop, Kevin Minter.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. There goes Jonathan Stewart. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jonathan Stewart, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a Jonathan Stewart run. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've...
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. All kinds of time. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
We focus our attention now on the Jets defense.
And now Big Mo's wearing a shirt of their color. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction, but maybe another pick.
Who's Big Mo? He's momentum, right?
Momentum. And right now, he's hugging them.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, it's McCoy. And they'll They'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4.
Switch up, switch up. Hang on now. Black 99 Philly.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Surveying the field. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. And now a first down following that long gain. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And that'll be incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now McCoy. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
And here now it's second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on third and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their big tight end. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On second down, they run with Stewart. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Let's go.
The busy night continuing for Stewart. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's caught, Shepard. And he is out of bounds, getting it across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
Back to throw here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security.
Now the Bills will take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. Oh, he shifts past him. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, They had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Jets, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.